My name is Nathan Klemick, and I will be presenting my Analyzing Creativity project about Charlie Yang, or more commonly known as Boy with Uke. In the last decade, music has been heavily influenced by social media. New artists are starting to promote music on apps like TikTok and Instagram, building online fan bases. For example, Charlie Yang is one of those people. He's a concealed identity wearing a mask while creating content for TikTok and Instagram. He was one of the first people to promote music through social media and caught quick popularity through his unique idea to be masked. I'll be talking about Yang's early life and his beginning in making music. He was born in Daegu, South Korea, and he grew up with exposure to music from a young age, where his mother nudged him to learn how to play piano and ukulele. He then began to post minute-long songs where he could sit down, take a few hours, and make a song on the spot, then post it to social media. This idea shows how creative Charlie can be by coming up with original music in a new and original way to pull together his own specific audience. Next up is my thesis statement, which states Charlie Yang has revolutionized a new form of music promotion by using social media and a masked identity, ultimately connecting listeners on an emotional level and inspiring music promotion online. This thesis statement shares how Yang is able to make his mark in the world by inspiring multiple audiences at the same time. He considers the type of people in those audiences, then creates posts of himself making music that is targeted towards his emotionally engaged audience, which also showing his creative songwriting process to his singer and songwriter audience. I'll be talking about his rise to fame. He came out with his hit song called Toxic, which quickly gathered him popularity. Toxic was a song about how people you would consider good friends can sometimes be just the opposite. By writing a song about how he feels, he can connect with like-minded listeners. After Toxic gained popularity, he began to make even more songs that gained even more popularity. His genius idea to keep his identity hidden helped him gain popularity quicker because nobody was able to see who he was or what kind of person he is on the outside of songwriting. This helped because without being able to judge somebody for the vibe that they give off or how they look or act, all you have to judge them by is the content of their music. Most of his songs also follow a common theme of heartbreak, which is very relatable to listeners, which assisted his rise to fame. Yang uses a design thinking approach. He relates emotionally to his listeners about potential heartbreak, and he's able to empathize with his audience, which clearly displays how he understands the human emotion of heartbreak. He then tackles the solution, which is writing a song about heartbreak that helps listeners feel less alone and potentially get over their hurt feelings. Then he prototypes by actually writing the music itself, which he then tests by posting a minute-long song or a preview to how his song is going before he actually produces a final product of that song. Next to Wallace's thinking stages as well. He gets involved with music from a young age that's known as his preparation stage, where he starts to learn how music is written and how it can be used to heal others. Then he starts the incubation stage, where he creates multiple ideas like minute-long songs and sort of archives them in his head or social media. Then he begins the illumination stage, where he has a breakthrough idea like a certain lyric or social media content, sort of like an aha moment. Lastly, he puts his ideas together and makes a song on social media or publishes a song where he is able to seek verification from his viewers and other artists. This process is a highly creative process because it involves so many different forms of testing and posting instead of where a normal artist would wait months to post with almost no promotion until it's fully produced. This is where Charlie is able to stand out from the rest because listeners feel like they played a special part in the creation of his music. Yang does another unique thing where he evolves his promotion methods. He'll collaborate with other artists to draw in new listeners and explore new genres. Then, he'll continuously produce new social media content ideas, keeping his audience engaged. Then, he also posts on social media in a mask, which to reduce judgment from viewers and it allows him to be more relatable. This is creative because it involves other artists, which lets him build on himself and keep learning the new genres and keeping his audience engaged. If Charlie just came out with the same music all the time, his listeners might get bored. So he collaborates with other people and other artists to come out with new music so he can learn and so his listeners won't get bored. Now we can conclude that Charlie Yang's innovative approach has inspired many upcoming musicians. Yang's ability to connect to emotionally with his fans has built a loyal and engaged audience, and he continues to influence the music industry through his unique style and social media strategies. He has sparked a new generation of social media music promoters, which is very common now. I feel like his music has influenced me to the point where I am seeing all of his posts and just itching for the next thing. Whereas other music artists I listen to, I just get sick and tired of waiting because they never post about when they're going to come out with something new. His influence will not stop anytime soon, and he will keep coming out with new ideas and tactics due to his creative mind and processes. These are the online sources I use when researching Yang's creative process. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.